let's see today what exactly is African Union, because African Union became a new member of G20. Okay, write down. So African Union was started in 1963. It's not in the paper there. So it was started in 1963, Durban, South Africa. Durban. It replaced one organization which is called as the Organization of African Unity. It replaced one organization. It is called as Organization of African Unity, OAU. It replaced. The headquarters is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The headquarters is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Okay. And the highest body of this AU is called as African Union Assembly. It meets twice a year. The highest decision making body of the AU is the African Union Assembly, which meets twice a year, once in January and once in July. Once in January and once in July. It also includes political bodies as well. It also includes political bodies as well. So number one is the Executive Council. That is the first political body. The second one is the Permanent Representative Committee. Permanent Representative Committee. Permanent Representative Committee. Apart from that, you have Economic, Social, Cultural Council. So, Economic, Social, Cultural Council. Economic, Social, Cultural, and the Secretariat is called AU Commission. The Secretariat is called AU Commission. There are 55 members in African Union. There are 55 members in African Union. So Secretariat means they provide staffing help, okay, preparing the policies, preparing documents and all that. That is the African. Why do you have to remember the African Commission, African Union? Because it became a new member of G20. So G20 consists of how many members? 19 countries and 2 organizations, that is the African Union and the EU, right? Okay. So this is about focus areas of African Union. Please write down focus areas. There are 12 focus areas of African Union. So total 12 focus areas of African Union. Number one, conflict resolution. First of all is conflict resolution. Number two, infrastructure and energy development. Infrastructure and energy development. Infrastructure and energy development. Number three, agricultural development. Number three, agricultural development. Number four, trade and industry. Number four, trade and industry. Number 5, democracy, human rights. Number 5, democracy and human rights. Number 5 is democracy and human rights. Number 6, health and nutrition. Health and nutrition. Number 6 is health and nutrition. Number 7 is migration and labor. Migration, labor, employment. Migration, labor and employment. Next is promoting sports culture. Next is promoting sports culture. Next is promoting sports culture. Education. Education. Next, science and technology. Science and technology. Youth development. Youth development. How many I gave? 11, yeah. So, this is, yes, youth development. Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Okay, yes. So, we got to know about the African Union, which became a member of G20. Now, why do we have to remember about African Union? Because India is also being the voice of the global south. Global south are those countries which are newly countries. They have emerged, independence is very recent, just in the 1940s, 50s, like that. They have been under colonization, they have the same history and they face the same problems. All these countries look towards India as a leader and the voice of the global south. So, we have already had Voice of Global South Summit as well. So, you need to remember about African, because recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi went to Africa. He was on a 3-nation trip. After 17 years, we have a Prime Minister going to Nigeria and other countries. So, that is why we need to remember, because we are trying to improve our relation, and these countries are the members of the global south. That is, they are poor and developing countries. So, they look to India as a leader, and India is representing the voice of these countries. Clear, everybody? Yeah. So, let us move on to the next topic.